welcome. You're watching the News Hour Agenda. I am Padmaja Joshi. Now we are 1 month into the complete and total lockdown. And if there's one thing that's very difficult to do in this lockdown is to let go of your day-to-day habits. And politicians, we know, are creatures of habit. If there's one biggest habit that they have is doing netagiri. And it seems that at least some politicians have just given up with trying to give up that habit. What else can explain what happened in Andhra Pradesh, where an MLA of the ruling party decided to take out a rally last week? It happened on the 11th of April, and it happened in a district which has seen a number of COVID-19 cases. Now, apparently, this entire rally was taken out by Mr. Reddy, the YSRCP MLA, because he wanted to distribute relief materials. How do you take relief material to people who need it? You load it in a truck and you go and distribute it to them. That's not for Mr. Reddy, clearly. He's a man who had other ideas. So he had this entire truck rally with big pictures of the Chief Minister, of his wife, and of other people who he wanted to thank for donating to the PM Relief Fund and the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. So this went on for quite a while in Chittoor. This entire gathering was taking place. Now it turns out that in that same district, you've got district officials and policemen who've tested positive for the coronavirus. Many are now left wondering whether this nightmarishly big gathering where no social distancing seems to have been observed is the reason behind the virus spreading.
పాజిటివ్స్ నమోదవడం జరిగింది శ్రీకాళహస్తి మున్సిపాలిటీలో. బాధాకరం ఏమంటే దీంట్లో 8 మంది దాకా ఉద్యోగస్తులు ఉన్నారు. వీరందరూ ఎన్నో రోజులుగా కరోనా మీద నిరంతరంగా పోరాటంలో భాగంగా మేము ర్యాండమ్ శాంప్లింగ్ ముందే చేయించడం జరిగింది. ఎందుకంటే రెడ్ జోన్లో పనిచేసిన ఉద్యోగస్తులందరికీ కూడా మేము టెస్ట్ చేయించాలి. ఎందుకంటే వారి ఆరోగ్యమే ముఖ్యమైన ఉద్దేశంతో ఫస్ట్ మేము చెక్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ ర్యాండమ్ శాంప్లింగ్లో భాగంగానే మనకు దాదాపు 8 మంది దాకా ఉద్యోగస్తులు పాజిటివ్ అని తేలడం జరిగింది. వీరి కుటుంబాలని కూడా మేము క్వారంటైన్ సెంటర్కి షిఫ్ట్ చేసుకొని వారందరికీ అష్యూరెన్స్ ఇస్తూ చేసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. ఒక పోలీస్ విభాగం నుంచి కానీ, సెక్రటరియట్ విభాగం నుంచి కానీ, రెవెన్యూ విభాగం నుంచి కానీ అన్ని విభాగాల ఎంప్లాయీస్ దీంట్లో రావడం జరిగింది. ఇది కేవలం శ్రీకాళహస్తిలో జరిగింది. నగరి, నిండ్ర, పలంనేరు అన్ని చోట్ల మేము శాంప్లింగ్ చేసినా కూడా ఫ్రంట్ లైన్ వర్కర్స్ ఎక్కడా కూడా ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ కాలేదు. దీనిలో బహుశా వీళ్ళు తెలియకుండానే రెడ్ జోన్కి వెళ్లకుండానే వీళ్ళలో ఎవరో ఒకరు పాసిబుల్గా క్యారియర్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేసి ఉండొచ్చు అని చెప్పేసి మా అనుమానంగా ఉంది.
Now, if you ask the MLA, he will definitely say it was only about social service. It was not a publicity stunt. But when you watch a video that was released by his team, it will become quite clear what the real intention was. That entire rally, the fact that he distributed food grain, all of this was captured, and then this slickly edited video was beautifully put out as well. The point is very simple. Even if it is not about making it into a publicity stunt, isn't it just in terms of optic a really, really bad message? There are people who are hurting. There are people who are infected. The last thing that is needed at this time is to try and make a political point, to try and score political points by putting up somebody's banner, especially when people run the risk of getting infected. And for a ruling party MLA to do that is only to add insult to injury, and to imagine if even one of the people who has tested positive, whether a bureaucrat, whether a police officer, if it is because of this rally, is the ruling party going to answer to all of them? If they were made to attend this rally, or if in any way they've contracted the infection thanks to this rally, who's going to take responsibility? And speaking of irresponsible actions, yet another MLA of the same party which is in power in Andhra Pradesh, she was seen on camera, believe it or not, having people shower rose petals on her because she was going to inaugurate a bore well. That's right, you heard it right. She went to inaugurate a borewell, but I will come to that in just a bit. This lady, she walks down a road and there are people lined up on either side, men and women, all of them carrying flowers, and they bend and they shower rose petals at her feet, almost like they are paying obeisance. And the lady acknowledges them with a slight tilt of her head, almost like a film star, which, by the way, she was before she actually entered active politics. And now let's get to the part about that borewell, because after this entire welcome ceremony had been carried out for this lady MLA, she went and she cracked a coconut and garlanded the tube well that had to be inaugurated by her. Again, the same questions. What is the need of such show of sycophancy? What is the need of having such a large gathering? And personally for me, the biggest question of all is, what is the need for anyone to inaugurate a tube well? And at a time like this, when there is a pandemic, surely nothing could have been more ridiculous.
The News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
We're joined by Mr. Pattabhi Ram Komareddy, who's a spokesperson of the TDP from Vijayawada. But my first question is to Dr. P.V. Ramesh, Additional Principal Advisor to the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. Dr. P.V. Ramesh, I want to ask you about that rally. Don't you think it's completely unnecessary for such a large gathering to happen at a time like this? And it's potentially dangerous.
Thank you for having me. And first and foremost, let's put it in a perspective. This is a state of 52 million people. And we have done a tremendous work in terms of early detection. In fact, we are the first state that started screening all those who are coming from overseas. We have isolated their contacts, nearly 1 lakh of people.
We've been monitoring, we've set up the testing system, we've ramped up the capacity where we are able to screen 5,000 a day. Now, I'm just trying to say that we've built the hospital capacity, the quarantine centers, 4 major COVID hospitals. So all this has happened in the last 20 days. Now we are picking up an isolated incident which is completely unrelated to the efforts that are being made and that are being made. And let me just quickly address this issue. Now, obviously, these are people's representatives. Let me ask you as a doctor,
you say this is an isolated incident. I've pointed to you 2 episodes already. I will give you more examples of where leaders of the ruling party have had large crowds gather. Another one where you had one leader do food grain distribution. My question is, as a doctor, do you think this is advisable? A, bad optics. B, now you have this large number of people gathering.
Okay, I mean, let me say this. Take these specific instances. These 2 isolated instances just happened. And the one in Srikalahasti where the MLA had really taken a minor rally. They were hardly, you could see in the video itself, they were not a large number of people, as we are saying. They were all maintaining social distance. It's a poor judgment. Obviously the people's representatives have to be with the people. I'm not defending the indefensible. Perhaps they could have exercised a better judgment. But however, this is not related to the spread of infection in Chittoor. If anybody says that there have been officials who have tested positive, but that's because we are proactively testing every government official who are at the forefront of this huge battle. We have lakhs of these COVID warriors who are working in the front lines. We have tested some of them. They are
so you're saying the 2 are unrelated. Can I just interrupt you for a second? You're saying they're unrelated. The TDP, though, is disagreeing. Mr. Komareddy. Mr. Komareddy, what makes you think that there's a connection between the 2?
Padmaja, good evening. By seeing the visuals, we can clearly understand the irresponsible behavior of the YSR Congress Party MLAs in Srikalahasti, in Nagari. Not only these 2 incidents, Padmaja, there are many incidents in Guntur, Karnool, Chittoor. There are many incidents in Vizag. Their parliamentary party leader, Mr. Vijay Reddy himself, is breaking the lockdown conditions. He is roaming around with a big convoy of cars, breaking all the lockdown rules. Their parliamentary leader, their ministers, they are shuttling between Vijayawada, Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Vizag like anything. They don't follow any kind of lockdown rules. Just because of the irresponsible behavior of the MLA, Mr. Madhusudan Reddy in Srikalahasti, today more than 40 cases have been reported. Out of the 6 to 7 are policemen. Is this not irresponsible behavior? What is the order of the day today? Physical distancing is the order of the day. Why are they not following it? People's representatives who are supposed to ensure that people
Dr. Ramesh
follow these lockdown
is laughing
rules,
at your
they themselves
suggestion.
are violating these. They are punishable under the Epidemic Act. We should all understand that the Epidemic Act is in force. The Disaster Management Act is in force. All these people who have violated
And Dr. Reddy, though you said that this is a isolated incident, Mr. Reddy wasn't the only one. There was Miss Roja as well. When she's inaugurating that tube well, there are people present around her. There is the video of the YSRCP in charge for Kondapi, Dr. Madasi Venkaya. He held a meeting of party karyakartas. That happened in the Prakashan district. So it's been happening. And it seems more as if those who belong to the ruling party don't care for the same guidelines that the state has implemented.
Let me quickly respond.
Dr. Ramesh.
Let me quickly respond to this. I mean, nobody condones behavior of this nature, but however, there are compulsions on the part of the people's representatives to be with the people. Of course, I mean, they could have exercised a better judgment. I certainly do agree, but these are isolated instances. And let me also address what Mr. Komireddy had said. I mean, Chittoor district together has only 59 positive cases tested so far, of which the policemen are 6 and the revenue officials are another 6. This has actually been, they're completely unrelated to this episode. We are now connecting dots which simply cannot be connected. They're completely, the people were employed, they're working elsewhere. And so, and I really...
Let me ask you straight away, Dr. Ramesh,
yes.
Should people who violate social distancing guidelines, as the rule states, not be booked under the Epidemic Act?
Absolutely.
And it's on camera.
I mean, no, our chief, I mean, I can tell you, our chief minister is absolutely committed to upholding the rule of law, and he is committed to ensuring discipline, not just among the people's representatives, but among everyone. And if you see,
Sir, it's been 11 days since Mr. Reddy held that rally. He still hasn't been booked, with due respect. He still hasn't been booked. It's been 11 days.
I mean, if you really look at this rally, this was a poor judgment. We do agree, but then there was no official present there. Number two, you could clearly see that there was no crowd there really. They were just procession. I'm not condoning what has been done. Perhaps it could have been handled differently. But let's not. I mean, all this, what it does is the extraordinary work that Andhra Pradesh has done. By mobilizing nearly 3 lakh village-level functionaries.
Mr. Komireddy, that judgment is not a crime.
Mr. Ramesh, I'll ask you one simple question.
Actually, there's so much the country.
Please kindly listen to me. Mr. Ramesh, please kindly listen to me. Can you answer one simple question? You are talking so greatly about the efforts of the state government. Why are there only 7 testing laboratories in the state till now? Why are there only 7 when Telangana has more than 15? Why is there not even one single private laboratory working till date? Why do we have the lowest number of testing laboratories in the country? Can you answer this? Maharashtra has 34 laboratories. Telangana has more than 15. Tamil Nadu has 25. Whereas Andhra Pradesh only has 7. What are the great efforts that you have done? Why are you not increasing the testing facilities? What are you trying to cover up?
So, sir, let me say this. This is not an issue to be politicized. It's just too serious. There are lives of people involved. But let me also see what we have inherited. We have inherited. Our government, when we came to power, has inherited a completely dysfunctional public health system. There were no hospitals, no doctors, no nurses. We had on 22nd of March, we didn't have a capacity to conduct a single test in the state. We had to send samples to Pune.
Why do we have the lowest number of testing laboratories
in the country? In 25 days, we have created a capacity to test 5,000 a day. 5,000. and we have
From
8
where?
laboratories fully functioning. We have 240 NAT
Okay.
tests, the 2 NAT tests.
To the issue
So,
of not
I mean-
having enough testing, the burden of legacy is the reason that has been given. But on this, I think it deserves a separate show altogether. We will come back to you. For every claim that you have made, we will cross-check and come back to you on that, Dr. P.V. Ramesh. In the meantime, please, can the ruling party at least ensure that there is lesser leaders who have poor judgment, at least at a time like this, because poor judgment and pandemics don't make for a very good combination. Thank you very much, Dr. P.V. Ramesh, Pattabi Komareddy, for having joined us with your perspectives.